Good evening. Good evening. We are live with my best new friend, a man named Donkey Madness, which is definitely one of the most interesting names I've ever heard of. I tell people sometimes that my parents, every 10 years or so, still tell me, I still hear like, oh, you know what? We were going to name you April if you were a girl. I'm at most. Yeah. So the reason I bring it up is because I haven't heard anyone else saying that, like that their parents will go and they'll be like, hey, you know, if you were a different gender, we were going to name you, you know, this other name. Like, what are you telling me? Am I like not the right gender? There's still time to change. I don't know exactly what it is. And I haven't asked my father about it directly, but I think it's about time. So
have a good heart to heart.
Yeah, I'm going to talk now. Honestly, Donkey Madness it's more than if I was to go by the name April. That's the name they were going to give me. Still, I don't want to be known as April. Eric Huffles, what's happening, Dinosaur Man? Good to see you. Jay Lee, good to see you. How's it going? Jay Lee is an author. He's got a cool book. Trevor Nielsen is ready to go postal with April Post tonight. We're kicking it April style. April style. Hey, how you doing, April? There you go. I don't know. I mean, I trust you guys. I share my life with you. We talk about these sorts of things. See, there you go. Hail Adam, hail Donkey Madness. Respecting our proper given names, not like Eric Huffles. We actually do a really cool G.I. Jackrabbits fan art, and I loved it. And that's actually what got me to write the new script for G.I. Jackrabbits with Professor Geek, which I haven't been able to get made yet because of scheduling and finding the right artists and stuff. But still, I think Eric really kind of helped set that fire of like, damn, I got to do it. All right, so Jay Lee is on lunch at work at the moment. You must not be in the United States. What it do, Tech Melting? What it do? Good to see you, my brother. Well, I'll tell you what, it's funny because not every project will catch my eye, although I've definitely got heart for anybody that wants to make their comic, anybody that wants to contribute to Comicsgate. I was there when I was a kid, 15, making my first comic, so I know what it's like to want to do it. But it didn't take much of an open mind to get interested for me, anyway, in Shotgun Samurai, which is launched just today. And I'll show you guys what got me. We're going to play the trailer real quick, if that's all right, with Sir Donkey Madness.
Oh, yes, please.
All right, here we go. Watch this, guys. That's all it takes. Boom. Wow. Interesting.
Thank you.
Is that you on the guitar? I just have to ask.
Yeah. That was me and my friend.
Very cool.
Yeah, all original music, so you won't get copyright struck.
Awesome. That's all right.
Yeah.
Doesn't usually happen. But you know what? It's a cool idea. I had an idea for a character, and we just saw it as far as a concept image that I worked on at my company, Personality Comics, back in the early 90s, called Shotgun, a female character that basically had a shotgun. And I don't think we developed the story past that point. But I love the idea of just kind of mixing the samurai with, I just give him a shotgun, let him shoot people. That's pretty effective. Were you Were you influenced at all by like Indiana Jones shooting that guy with a whip? And
actually, I mean, there's of course like what, because there is like a live action movie we made of this, and there's a scene.
Oh, you guys made a movie with Shotgun Samurai?
Yeah, actually, the story of how this came about is quite interesting. I would
All
say.
right, yeah, let's see. Oh, there's Joe Ball cover.
Oh yeah,
I love Joe Ball.
You know, got all the top Comicsgate talents. You know,
okay,
working on comics on Shotgun Samurai. Oh man.
Yeah, so this was a live movie. Like, what's the rundown? Give us the rundown on this. The 411.
So how this all
interesting?
Yeah. So how this all started actually was back in college, back in the day. I'm a lot older than I look. Me and a friend of mine.
Oh, you got some gray hair. I would estimate that you are, I don't know, 40. How old are you?
Close. I'm actually
you could be younger.
Yeah,
you have no idea how old Adam Friended is. I don't know if you know Adam Friended is part of the Comicsgate crew. I know how old he is. I have sworn to secrecy.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
He's exactly 19 years old. No, he's older than 19. But yeah, it's funny. But you definitely do look. You look young for 40.
Yeah.
So sorry. So what?
Oh no, I'm not 40. Yeah, I'm like 30s. But
what's up, Zero Depressive? By the way, Alberto, good to see you. Zentecal.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, I can't say it properly, but I'll work on it. Yeah, great to see you like Kick as well. Sorry to interrupt, my good sir. But yeah, tell us, how did this come together? Shotgun Samurai.
Okay, well, it all started off as me and a friend of mine. We were in college, and he was doing a presentation actually in his public speaking course about cosplay. He's kind of a goofball, so he thought it would be funny. And then I was like, well, aren't you going to dress up as anybody? And then he said, I don't have any costumes. And I'm just like, what's wrong with you? You have a friggin' yukata, which is the, that Japanese robe, commonly known as kimono, but yukata is a more accurate term for that one. And then I was like, and I have a toy shotgun, which I just had lying around. And I was like, you should be the Shotgun Samurai.
What kind of a maniac has a toy shotgun? I mean, I had like a toy handgun, a toy like sort of machine gun kind of thing. You press it. I think it was blue, and it would make the noise. But I've never seen a toy shotgun before. You had a toy shotgun?
Well, actually, it was made out of cardboard. I made it for a prop for some other kind of.
Oh, you made it?
Yeah, I needed a prop for some little thing I was doing, so it was made out of just like toilet paper rolls and just covered it with black tape.
Okay. Sounds like it was cool.
And after I told him that he should be Shotgun Samurai, he was like, that doesn't exist. I said, it will now. And I was like, watch. Absolutely. And his presentation was the next day, and that night I drew the first 3 pages of Shotgun Samurai.
Shotgun Samurai.
And then we fell in love with the character after that, and then we both just was like, we have to flesh this out.
I just think, it's a great high concept, and I think it works. It works on the name,
Yeah.
I love it. Railroaded on Periscope first. He felt well, great to have you. Sorry if we railroaded you in a bad way. You meant to railroad you in a good way. Like Zero Depressive. I saw you on earlier, by the way, Zero, on Dan's channel, I think, Dan Frager's channel. Sorry to interrupt. Just, you got to respect the chat.
Of course. No,
I like yeah, exactly. I like the Han concept of this. Shotgun Samurai. You make me want to do that shotgun comic. We can do a crossover, Shotgun versus Shotgun Samurai. But
that'd be great.
Very cool. Very, very cool. So how did this turn into a movie? You guys made a movie?
Yeah. So basically, everything. So at first I made the 3-page comic, and then I went around the next day and I handed it out to his class. I wasn't in his class, so I just handed it out to the people in the class as part of a prop for his play, and everyone was like, "Who the heck is this crazy guy?" Making this weird comic book. And then people were like, hey, this is pretty good. And then I was like, yeah, it'll be a real comic book one day. And they were like, no, it won't. I was like, oh yeah, watch. And then I started writing more and then making more. And then eventually we got an option to make a movie for one of our classes.
Wow.
Yeah. Instead of like our professor, he just gave us the option, instead of writing a final paper, he let us make a movie.
That's much better than having to write a paper.
Exactly. You know, I was like, I'm not gonna write. I don't want to write like a 20-page paper. So me and him got together. We made the movie, and we premiered it to our class in college. Everyone loved it. And
I mean, you still have it?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
All right, I think you may want to share it, at least with the people who sign up for your list or back the project.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Honestly, maybe show it to 1 or 2 people and see what they say. If they think like this, it adds value. But I think it does. I think it's cool.
Oh, actually, yeah, I should send it out to the mailing list. I think that's a great place to do it.
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend of mine, my friend Kirk, who I did the shotgun character with. He's doing a project called, I guess it's the Vampirotica collection of his stuff that he published, this vampire character, and it's a digital collection. I was like, maybe send everybody like one of the digital comics, like just so they kind of get to see, you know, what it is. Everybody who's at least signed up for the list. So I think he's going to do that. But yeah, it's just good to show like the just different background of what you have if you have it. Even if it's, I mean, it was like a school project, so it's not going to be like this major motion picture. But I'm sure it's really fun. And if it's, does it have your music, like the guitar stuff in it, or?
Yeah, we actually made.
I have a feeling like that's like a signature with you, right?
Yeah. The second one is just full of original music, because the first one
had a toy over under rifle. Zero Depressive is saying yo yo yo, basically respect. Eric is saying, "What are you, chicken?" Yeah, comic creator origin.
Yeah, yep.
RC Gates would make a movie over writing a paper any day. Me too.
It was a no-brainer. I was the only one who did it though.
It's so boring. Just sit down and write a paper. I mean, you can put girls in your movie. That's the first thing I would think of. You want to be in a movie? Exactly.
Yeah. Great. I have a 1-minute trailer if you want to see that.
I think it's fun. Yeah. You want to send it to me in the private chat? You know how to do that?
Yeah.
Or on Twitter, whichever you prefer.
I'll send it to the private
Watch it. Just kind of interesting to see what you've been up to.
Yeah. It So yeah, after we made the movies, you know, we wanted to continue the story, you know, because we're on fire with this thing. We just love the character. We love the world we made. And so, you know, and I could draw. So I just sat down. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna draw this. And I just started drawing. And 200 page later, we got this thing.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. I gave up drawing when I was 10, and Dan Frega is making me want to kind of get back into it. Not that he's forcing me. He's just kind of an inspirational guy. He's like, it's just shapes, Adam. It's just shapes. I'm like, it's just shapes. Well, what I told was if I can draw as good as Cecil, that would be my only goal. Because I think it would, you know, it's not Cecil funny, but it would be like Adam funny. It'd be like, you know, a third as funny, or maybe 20% as funny. But you never know. Who knows what could happen? Who knows
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you got an idea, Shotgun Samurai, bing, bang, boom, here it goes. All right, I want to see the movie, but let me give you a chance to tell us, what's the story of Shotgun Samurai? What's it about? It feels like it writes itself, but, you know, there's a lot of characters. There's a guy with the noodles and the hot girl. And what's going on there?
So basically, so where the comic picks up, it's a Shotgun Samurai kind of, I guess in the, he's past his heyday.
Cool.
Sorry,
I do this constantly, but sorry to interrupt, but that's pretty much all I do.
Yeah,
Curio's comic says Samurais. Cool. Thank you, Curios. We appreciate the feedback on that. Cecil is pretty cool. Very hard to keep up with Cecil. So you can't try, but his Prime Unit inspired, not his Prime Unit, but his drawing of Prime Unit inspired me, which is Transformers, like adult parody, sort of. But yeah, he cracks me up. He cracks me up. By the way, if anybody hasn't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, click the bell for notifications so we can kind of keep you in the loop of what's going on. All right, now back to, like, what is the story about here?
So where we pick up, it's Shotgun Samurai after he's already, he used to be like kind of like working with this red face guy.
Okay.
But then he decided.
Red face guy looks evil.
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
Bad guy.
He's like the what he was referred to as like the Lord Zed almost of the universe. And then there's like he's like the main big bad, and then he has like his people. He's the Shogun.
Okay.
And he used to Shotgun Samurai used to be like, you know, work for him, but then he decided to go off on his own and kind of start, help people as much as he can.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
When he worked for the Shogun guy,
Mm-hmm.
did he use a shotgun then?
Yeah, he had the shotgun.
He did have the shotgun. Is it a shotgun that runs out of ammunition, or does it mystically reload? Or maybe you're not comfortable giving that away just yet.
Let's just say you never see him reloading.
Sorry to interrupt. Somebody just mocked me in a funny way.
Yeah.
Improbi, I don't even know who's mocking me because I don't great to see you, Improbi. Adam's art would say would feature his mastery of the margins. Yes, I have marginal skill. I do, but it is skill, so it can't be denied. I have the YouTube video here. All right, so we don't see him reloading. He's not running out of ammunition, but it's not really part of the story. Just a curiosity. Okay.
Yeah, there's I do keep some kind of mystery and mysticism around the shotgun. So
cool. Okay, so we're not going to unpack that one just yet. Maybe in the sequel.
And
all right, so he worked for that guy. He decided, I don't want to work with this guy anymore.
Yeah, something happened. Eventually, we'll dive. Also, one part of the story is, we'll get snippets of his past about like what exactly led up to that moment and why he's doing it. But also, there's people from back then who want revenge on him too. So they're kind of going after him.
Past. You can't just walk away from your past. No, your past is your past. Zero Depressive for 25 Romanian beautiful dollars says, I feel the story of what Donkey's main comic characters, and manga preferences would be a good context for this and would allow us to know who he is. Yeah. I don't know manga very well, and I really have to like take a year and study manga, or maybe a weekend or something, or just have someone tell me everything. But I mean, it has a very legit, cool manga vibe.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a manga-esque.
Manga world.
Yeah. Manga. Like, I guess I could answer that question.
Okay, please.
So basically, like the characters and the manga that inspired this, right? So definitely Samurai Champloo. Definitely what was it, like Cowboy Bebop, those kinds of things. Also One Punch Man. I don't know if you know how all those things could mix together, but
no, I know people love One Punch Man.
Yeah, oh my god, One Punch Man, like just kind of like it's a goofy premise, but the themes are so deep in that. I kind of wanted to go. I really love that, how it like analyzes kind of like people's motivations and like drive to continue forward. And I really wanted to kind of explore that, because like at the time when I was writing this, I was in a philosophy class, so I was kind of like analyzing what makes people good, what makes people bad, and then
what did you come to a conclusion, by the way? What makes people good and what makes people bad?
I did at the time, but it keeps changing.
Okay, so we don't really have an update on that.
Yeah, like the movie itself kind of just shows two perspectives. Like, are people just, some people are naturally bad and some people are naturally good, or do you have the choice about being good or bad? And I mean, I kind of usually go along with the idea that you have the choice. That's kind of my.
It's so contextual, being good and bad.
I know. That's why it's complicated,
isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like, doesn't it depend on circumstances, and it depends on values?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, some people would say that, it was a good thing to do something if it was for a good reason. I think it really depends on the situation. Let's watch the YouTube movie. Are you in the YouTube movie?
In this one? Not this one.
Like, actually,
yeah. Oh, wait, what did I send you?
Formerly known as Donkey Madness. This is hair related.
Oh, okay. It's yeah, you can go. This is my YouTube channel. Where I just load up a bunch of junk. If you go down a little bit.
Well, was it on that link?
Yeah, I'll send you the actual link.
All right, shoot me the actual link rather than a trick link. This way people could see it.
Not a trick link. Haha, gotcha.
No more trick links.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. This should be it.
Here it is. All right. So this is, how long is this?
It's like a minute. It's just a trailer for the movie. The movie itself is 15 minutes. So
good Lord.
Yeah.
All right. It's a trailer for the movie.
Flip-flop tracks on the countryside, in the hills, nowhere to hide. Ninjas waiting, ready to strike. Who can save us now?
Shotgun Samurai!
Shotgun samurai in their sights. Shotgun samurai strikes with might. A worthy opponent here to fight. Shotgun boom. Shotgun boom. In their sights.
Shotgun Samurai. All right, and then there's a 15-minute movie as well, and all right, that is definitely an interesting aspect to the comic book project. But yeah, you might want to share that out with people. I think that's kind of fun that you did that.
Yeah, definitely do. I was thinking of putting it as the video for this. I was deciding between the animation or the live action, but
the animation worked.
Yeah.
Where have I seen this? Curious Comics curiously asked.
Have you seen it before? Ooh, that's exciting.
Interesting. It could have been a vision that you had of tonight. It's very possible.
Maybe you had a vision of heaven.
You might have, and in there was Shotgun Samurai. All right, so now he's on his own. Does he have a mission now that he's working on?
Basically, like a little bit down, there's kind of like a little snippet that says it, but it's basically he's just trying to make amends for what he's done in the past. But then he kind of teams up with this girl here. She's also in a very similar situation as him, but she kind of has more of a kind of vengeance kind of behind her. She wants to get revenge on the Shogun, so she's kind of roping Shotgun Samurai along.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So she hangs out with him, and are they on this mission together?
Yeah, right now. And then there's this ramen guy with the bowl.
Yeah, what is it with the ramen guy? He
So
likes
basically,
ramen or noodles? We've all had ramen noodles before. I saw this guy before. Shotgun Samurai, a mysterious warrior known as the Man with the Dragon Sword, wanders Japan in search of redemption for his past ridden with sin. Those he meets regard him as a hero, but those from his past life cannot forget the monster that lies within. Understandable. He's done monstrous things. Tofu the ninja, not the food. Tofu, once the top ninja in the Shogun army, now hell-bent on getting vengeance for what was taken from her. Do we say what was taken from her, or we have to kind of discover that?
I have to discover that.
All right. Reason alone to back the project. And there's George, who loves ramen in every scene. In old Japan, there was rumored to be a ramen so good it could heal the world. George's ramen comes pretty close. So he prepares this ramen that is really, really good.
Yeah, he's a chef. And
he's a chef. He makes it for himself. He makes it for other people.
He's kind of like the what was it? His ramen hut got burned down, so now he has nowhere to go. So he's just following Shotgun Samurai and making him ramen.
It's a reasonable thing to do. Everybody needs a purpose.
Yeah. Oh, there's one little more thing above.
Please.
Right above the Shotgun Samurai one, there's a little snippet of the. There you go. The dragon sword.
The dragon sword. All right, here we go. Legend has it that 1,000 years ago there was a dragon that roosted atop the great mountain. Okay. To remedy his boredom, the dragon would demand sacrifices from the village below. Reasonable. Many generations passed, and the citizens grew weary of the incessant sacrificing. Oh, they got to know what they're. You give a little bit, otherwise the dragon's going to come get all he wants. Don't make him angry. They begged the dragon for a break. Come on, Dragon. Give me a break. No more sacrifices, okay? He doesn't look like he's into negotiating this dragon. So, like, I'm already giving you a break. So why do you think you're still alive right now?
Exactly.
All right, I completely see. Every time you get into a book, you get into a series, you relate sometimes to the main character, sometimes to another character. I like Shotgun Samurai, but I really relate to the dragon. The dragon, in his arrogance, just like me, obliged. He offered them a wager that if a champion was sent who could defeat him, that was very, very generous of him, he would imbue the victor with his strength. The story was widely remembered as an old wives' tale. Yeah, don't listen to old wives. They're always telling tales.
They're crazy.
Well, I think that's a very, very indulgent, patient dragon. But I think they're going to probably push their luck a little bit. I don't see why he'd give up his strength. But he's probably tricking them into something. You don't ask a dragon for a better deal. Move away so you don't have to deal with the dragon anymore. But don't start messing with the dragon. That's my best advice in dealing with dragons.
You told the villagers that, yeah.
Exactly. Watch out. Watch out. Well, all right. So this book is nearly complete, right? You've almost completed it. You're just kind of editing a little bit, or what are you up to with it?
Yeah, I just have like the last chunk, like maybe 20 pages left to draw. I already have over 200 is finished.
Over 200. My gosh. It's a lot of pages.
So I'm just basically, finishing up, just doing the capping off the story. So it's a satisfying end.
All right. Now you're showing copies of floppy versions of the book. So you've produced books and you've sold them all over New York.
Yeah. I went to I put them up in some small shops in New York City.
Okay.
So
cool.
That's how I was.
How were they to deal with?
It was surprisingly. They were surprisingly good. I just walked in there and I said, "Hey, I got some indie books. What do I have to do to get them on your shelves?" And most of the time they were just like, "Just put them up, and when we sell them, we'll pay you some money. We'll take our cut and we'll give you your cut." And I was like, "Oh yeah,
that's pretty fair."
Yeah, I made a good chunk of change, a little bit.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's good to know. I mean, now it's different. I guess the world's a little bit different after the stupid pandemic.
Yeah, there was some that were kind of snooty. Actually, now that I remember,
some of the shops.
Some of the shops, they were kind of just they would just pick up my book and be like, "What is this?" And I was just like, "What the hell, man? That's my book."
Yeah, that's sales for you. People are just like, "I don't want to be bothered," and then
but those places they didn't last very long.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, you never know who you're talking to, so it's always good to be cool with people. And, then you tend to spend the most time with people who are the coolest. But I've met so many great people, and they've been so helpful to me. I just do the little bit that I can to try to help other people and, help build up the Comicsgate network. And there's some great new people coming in. That Bonds book by Miriam looks like a great book.
I have some artwork from her in this campaign.
Oh, all right. Where is it?
Down towards the bottom. It's an add-on perk.
Okay, an add-on perk from Miriam. Yeah, she's getting really into the campaign. It's great to see it. Is this it?
Oh no, right below it. The
color piece.
Yeah, that's Tofu in action.
Okay, get this special Tofu card by Comicsgate Hotshot. She is a hotshot. Miriam, artist for Bonds, and get this eye-catching card with your book. Very cool. And Miriam is also, her book Bonds is also on Indiegogo right now. And I had her on the other night. She's very nice and a hardworking person. Heavily supported by Red Gaze. I don't know if you know Red Gaze. He's another great Comicsgate guy. He has a good channel. He's definitely worth connecting to. Everybody in Comicsgate's worth connecting to. Just everybody can be at different phases of how busy they are right now. With life or other projects and other things going on. Curios is asking me to zoom in on this image. Well, how can I do that properly? Well, I know how I can do it, so I will do that for Curios. Happy to do it. Oh man, this worked. Here we go. I'm going to click on this and get to see the whole image. Bing, bang, boom. How do you like that, Curios? Oh my God, she's really ripping up his eye.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to share my screen, I can show like the full HD.
Sure. All right, we could do that. Well, that's really, she's mad at him, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to show
Did he really do her wrong, or is she just like
she's kind of
a little out of control there?
She got a lot of energy.
All right. You got the stream. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at her face. She's going berserk.
Mm-hmm.
Miriam, like, maybe she's scary. We got to watch out. Like, I don't know. When people draw like that much emotion, yeah, you gotta just be very nice to Miriam, whatever you do. Is that? I mean, it comes from somewhere. She imagined it. How much? This is a good way to know. How much direction did you give her for this piece?
Well, I actually
you're like, just show her, with her sword or whatever, and then she was like, oh yeah, no problem. If I get creative, I'll just try something. We'll see if you like it.
Stab her eyes out, yeah.
No, but was it your idea that it's stabbing the eye? Please tell me.
Yeah, it was my. I gave her
because otherwise that would be like you give someone an assignment of like like Joe Ball's. That was very cool. The Joe Ball thing. She's got like two sharp things coming out, whatever the knives coming out of her hand or whatever. But this is a specifically violent, scary piece. She seems nice. I mean, she's single. That's the question. Is Tofu single? Is she available?
She is right now.
All right, for right now, but you don't want to do her wrong. Is she doing the disappearing pencil trick? Now you see it. Now you don't.
Disappear, but it's still there.
Curios, thanks for suggesting that. Thanks for suggesting that. Hey, look who it is, Miriam.
Hey,
we were just talking about you.
Showing off your wonderful work.
Only say nice things, Miriam. Only nice things. God, she's in Slovakia.
Don't rewind the video.
Yeah, she's in Slovakia. She's not in Pennsylvania. So, whatever. No, this is a beautiful piece with a lot of detail. And I'm glad to see that it didn't all come from your head only, because that is a little scary. But this is what you get from collaboration. Good collaboration is you've got an idea, and then someone's like, okay, cool. I've got a great way to show that. And then, that's a two-person genius. A single-person genius who can do this is a potentially very dangerous individual. That's the power of collaboration. Luis is asking a great question. Is this a card or a poster? Because he wants a poster, damn it.
Yeah.
Right now it's a card.
Yeah, right now it's a card. It would be good as a poster.
You know what? Peter Zametti, who once called himself Pizzametti, as in pizza, Meti. I think that's the perfect spelling of his name, Pizzametti. He was saying earlier, the way he handles posters is he'll do an 1117 and get them folded from the printer. And it's unfortunate that it's folded when it comes, but it's shippable and realistically shippable that way. So it's something to consider. And you could do a short run of 1117 posters very inexpensively. Whoever does your digital printing, I recommend Mixam to some people.
Okay.
You can get their pricing on there, mixam.com. They were very good to me. They've been good to some other guys in Comicsgate. But you could do I don't know what the numbers are, but it's very affordable. Luis wants posters. Luis, it's under consideration, and thanks for that suggestion. And really, guys, the chat is what makes this thing work. Why is Marcus meowing?
Hey,
Marcus. Do you know Marcus?
Yeah, I know him IRL.
All right, so he's meowing at you for a good reason. He's not meowing at both of us, and we should be worried. The thing, I don't want to seem overly concerned about the chat, but got to be careful sometimes. Got to be careful. Pizzametti. Unhinged Entertainment. Print his books at Mixam, and they're great. Yeah, I printed my books at Mixam, and they were also great. I like the suggestion from Luis. I did have one problem with them, and then they fixed it. Thing is just to communicate and understand that, you have a problem dealing with either a printer or working with an artist or a writer or a publisher, whatever it is. Just communicate with people and be straight with them. Be like, hey, I was expecting this, and then this happened. Is there any way you can help me with this? And some people can, some people can't. The ones that can't, just don't work with them anymore. Luis suggests this, which is damned good.
Book plus poster, $30.
Book plus poster, $30. Is the regular book $25? It's
20.
20. I could have been 25. All right, so $10 extra for the poster, maybe.
Okay.
Luis, what is your Twitter, by the way? Donkey Man?
Oh, it's at donkey_madness_.
Okay. So everybody, to just maintain communication, try to follow donkey_madness, whatever that is. If you put in Donkey Madness, I can't imagine too many names will come up on Twitter.
Yeah, there is another one. That's why I had to put underscores.
Okay. Oh, there is another Donkey Madness.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy people on Twitter, I guess.
No, I thought I was the craziest.
You were the crazy one. It's like, no, that's just what your family tells you. There's a whole other level of craziness that we have no idea. We have no idea. Oh, Dean is trying to be nice now.
Hey.
Comicsgate. What up, Dean? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you.
See you.
Yeah, I like the idea of Shotgun Samurai. I like how you've spent a lot of your life. I wanted to say wasted, but that's not fair. But you've invested a good amount of your life in the characters and the world of this book. And obviously, this is something that could be an ongoing series. You could do more with it. And I will say also, I like how you handled your goal. You made it $500, very reasonable. You know that flexible versus fixed, you could just be fixed. It's a little bit better than flexible because it may before you're funded, and you did get funded, but for other people, if you hadn't have been funded right away, it makes them wonder. With flexible, you get the money either way.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about that. Like I originally had it fixed, but then someone suggested the opposite. So
I had someone on the other night. So what they thought was like, well, I have to be flexible because if I'm not flexible, then I can't stay in demand, so that you can continue to sell the book after the campaign ends. That's not true at all. It's not correct. The benefit of being flexible instead of fixed is all to the benefit of the project creator at the expense of backers, potentially. And what is I made this mistake, so I try to reiterate it if I feel like maybe somebody didn't know and they made the same mistake I did. The mistake that I made when I launched College of the Dead, the first book, was I did a $5,000 flexible goal, which was craziness because nobody knew me. And flexible meant if I had gotten $4,900, I would have been fully funded. I wouldn't have been fully funded. I would have gotten the money as flexible because it wasn't like all or nothing, like the way fixed is. And then my backers would have been like, all right, that's great. He got the money. So now he's not going to ship the book because he didn't get funded. So I found myself having to re-explain it. No, I have the money no matter what. I am going to ship it. Don't worry about it. It's like, oh, that's great. But ultimately, that's not what you're supposed to be talking about. Now, you're fully funded. You went with a low $500 goal. You're funded, and you're just going to keep getting more backers. And you have no problem with that. But just for your next campaign, just know that if you pick flexible, the only benefit is really to you, not the backers. And the benefit is that you'll get the money no matter what, however much you raise. If you don't raise your total goal, flexible or fixed, then it doesn't permit you to go in demand. But you can be in demand if you're flexed or you're flexible or you're fixed. Does that? Hopefully I explained it right. But none of this really applies to you.
Hello?
It's just for like. Oh, can you hear me? Hello? Oh, it's your audio that went out, it looks like.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
I hope so.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, my
all good?
My computer froze up a bit.
Right,
yeah. I heard everything said.
Unhinged
I heard everything
Entertainment says. All right, cool. Unhinged Entertainment says, for first-time campaigners, I prefer fixed goals to back. Been burned a couple times on backing projects. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a backer could get burned either way. No, everyone knows there's no way that, your book is funded. You've shown the floppies. So this is really a collection of the floppies plus some new art. You've got some greats. You've got Nerium. You've got Odie. You've got Joe Paul. You got great people involved. I've said I liked it a number of times. I just like the concept a lot. I love the violence that Nerium put in this piece. So it's an interesting project. You're good to go.
Yeah,
but, and people do think twice sometimes when they see flexible because they know you get the money no matter what. And what it does is it creates friction when people are making a decision. They have to think, well, am I going to get this or not? And then they look too damn close at my campaign. When after the first 30 days, I had only raised like maybe $1,300 or so on the 5,000. So that it was kind of like I was so under my flexible goal that it was like people are not going to. There are definitely people that didn't back it because sensibly they looked at it and they're like, they're sophisticated. They're like, he's not going to get his money, or he might not get his money. I don't like the book that much. I'm not going to back at him. So the next time around, I didn't do it that way.
Okay, yeah, and I guess just to bring, I guess hopefully some kind of comfort, I was
You're 100%. There's no issue with your campaign. You're fully funded, and your book's already done. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
there's any chance that the Donkey Madness is not a very serious individual that you can always count on. Anybody with the name Madness, you can completely count on them.
Yeah, of course.
With that laugh, particularly.
Yeah, and also the reason why this campaign does seem a little bare, like less posters and everything, is because I kind of also see it as since I am new, I wanted to make sure that I can that people don't expect, like, you know, if there's too much, people, I'm afraid people will be like, can you do it? He's new, but like I will get you these books 100%.
Yeah, I see. Look, almost all the art is done. You explain all that. Everything is explained well. And, you know, there's another friend of mine that just came into doing crowdfunding in the network. And you just kind of figure it out as you go and you see what people respond to. And the main thing is just people kind of getting to know who you are, that you have a project out there. The Shotgun Samurai is a very clever idea. It's fun. And you do have some proven names associated with it. Odie and Joe and you know, everybody's new favorite new thing, Nerium. So
yeah,
you know, and it's also helpful too because you wind up getting some additional promotion and sharing and awareness by associating with those other cool people. So yeah, I think it's going to be great. And do you know when you're looking to? Oh, okay. Unhinged is saying this. Unhinged, thank you. You're stating a preference. You've backed first-time campaigns with flexible goals. Okay, yeah. The preference. It's a good preference. It's very sensible.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's very sensible, and I like when, you know, we dispel things that if people have misinformation, like that they can only go in demand if it's flexible. That's not correct. So I don't want people doing that.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Do you have other art you want to show?
Let me see. So basically, where is it? So
Donkey Madness.
Let's see. What could I show? I guess we can go down. I just want to mention.
You can hit the tiers too. What do you want to go over?
I also I am. There's a piece of artwork that will be added to the list soon. Jose Garcia. I don't know. He's kind of.
I love Jose Garcia. Great guy.
Kind of up and coming.
Yeah, he's another new hotness kind of guy. He's going to have some great stuff coming out. I've been talking to him about a project potentially too. But yeah, he's really good. I like him a lot. Curious Comics is also asking, what era is this project based on?
It's like early, like 1600s, I would say. Around that time.
Okay. Early 1600s. Unhinged Entertainment says, I was lucky to have a Frege card, Dan Frege, of course, and that solidified to people I'd be good on my word. Oh, it's cool. So having your order, established cats. Yeah. Well,
meow.
Cats aside, having an association with established people is helpful. And you know, Frege, I'm anything associated with Frege I like a lot. He's just such cool people. Okay, did you say there was some other art you wanted to show real quick? Or
I just wanted to mention that Jose Garcia art is coming, and at the $1,000 stretch goal, I'll just slip a card with
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and I guess in the future, I'll think about making his a poster too, because I'm sure that's going to be fantastic.
He's got so much energy in his work. It's tremendous. He's Jose Garcia, Comicsgate guy. He's gonna be launching a project soon. I think I know the name, but I don't want to say it wrong, but you'll see it. I'll definitely have him on the channel if he'll come on. And we'll also see him all around Comicsgate. And he's going to be doing some other cool work. There's a lot of people talking to Jose Garcia. He's done DreamWorks storyboards and things like that. So he's got a really strong sense of storytelling and how to put like a lot of action and dynamic stuff in his work. So anybody might want to hit him up and see if he's available for small projects and things like that. cover or trading card, or maybe even a short story, or maybe even a full comic, just depending. He adds a lot of value to any project, I think. All right, so your featured tier. Not everybody has one. It's great to see that you do. 2 books for $40. Now, what are these 2 books? Are there 2 different covers?
Yeah, it's the you get one of each variant cover, the Joe Ball or the Odie cover.
Okay, cool. All right, you get the Joe Ball and the Odie cover, right?
Oh yeah, and you're right.
No problem. That was my fault, I'm sure. You can get just the Joe Ball cover if you're just down with Joe. And that is $20. 200 pages, black and white. Is it gonna be more than 200 pages?
It's more than 200 pages already finished.
Just don't get crazy with the pages.
Oh yeah,
But I tell people sometimes charge more for this. People in the chat are like, "Will you stop telling him to charge more?" The thing of it is just, I give my 2 cents to self-publishers just because I've been there, and when you're sitting there, you have to add up the expenses and cover all the costs. It just has to be reasonable so that we can produce this stuff and keep our promise. Because otherwise, it's very hard to make this stuff work. And there are some people that smaller projects, whatever. Well, I don't know. Just people I happen to know that were like, well, I lost money on this one. I didn't make money on that one. And it is important to always keep your promises and deliver a quality product, but you also have to just make it viable, because otherwise it's just it's a hobby, and it's a fine hobby, but I don't know, not everybody can lose money. So your books are done for the most part. So this
thanks to my artist is under slave labor right now. So
now you're the artist.
Yeah.
Okay. Who cares about that guy, right?
Yeah. Whip him into making art, and I'm just like, okay.
He has to do what he has to do, or the shotgun. It's the shotgun. All right, Odie's cover. People like Odie just nearly as much as they love Joe Ball. We'll see. There is a competition. 2 of each cover. You get 4 books for $75, and somebody backed that. So you save a little bit of money, and you get extra covers. So, I mean, that's a pretty damn decent deal. Yeah. Are you all digital with this, or do you have some original art as well? Digital original.
Yeah, like the very beginning pages, I have like pencils, but
well, you might want to put it up as a tier, just a suggestion. Sometimes people like the original art.
Oh, I mean, it's like drawn on like like lined notebook paper.
Well, that's even funnier.
Yeah, so
I don't know. You'll know better than I would, but just look how I think people would have some fun if maybe you want to draw a separate piece, and then it becomes another whole project. So all right, maybe not, but it's fun. People like original art tiers if it's something that you can do. People like being drawn in books as well. I think this you may sometimes it's just facing a crowd, and that works. And sometimes people give them a bigger part. I don't, for my personal purposes, when I prepare a project, I don't include that because I feel like it's maybe too difficult for me to manage properly. But I'm also not the artist, and my artist is always like, it's always like a major complication. And I try to also complete the projects before I offer it gets complicated for me, but for guys who are like yourself who can draw, it's something to consider too. Because I think being drawn in, maybe shot by a shotgun, or to be this guy getting stabbed in the eye, so beautifully drawn, maybe in the book or something, people might get stabbed in the eye, $250, Just something to think about. You see other people do it on their campaigns. But you won't see me do it because it's too hard. Hammer of Doom says that sells. I like it.
Yeah. All right. I'll definitely look into that.
I don't know if you just got an offer to be purchased. Let's take this seriously. Luis will buy your slave for $50, which is you. So you've been offered to buy me. Maybe I will. When we do an auction night, if I can get on Ethan's stream for auction night again, I will see if I can sell myself and get more than $50. Date with Cecil. How much would people pay for that?
Date with Cecil. Oh.
It's Chozo says I only backed one book so far, and that's Thomas Valiant by RJ. Thomas Valiant with art by Renzo. I want to talk to Renzo about doing a project, which he doesn't know. He's just always just very polite and supportive and great. And Renzo is a really talented guy. He's drawing Thomas Valiant, which I don't know a lot about that project, but I admire Renzo's work and his. I don't know. He seems very disciplined. Just he does some really nice work. So very cool. That's a great project to back, Fizz. Is it okay? It's buying a keepsake, not a classic work of art. Oh yeah, a keepsake to be drawn in a pic. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're going to be drawn in the comic, that's a freaking hoot. You know, that's a fun thing. And I did do that in one of my comics, whatever, a long time ago, and then I just haven't done it, you know, in recent decades. But it's a really cool kind of fun thing, or even to draw a friend into a comic. I do believe that Ethan paid. Was it at least a few hundred, if not $500, something like that, supporting Eric Weathers' campaign to draw Mike Miller into Battlebrick Road as one of the little elf
The Munchkins?
Yeah, the Munchkins. I that's how I remember it. So I apologize to everybody involved if I'm remembering it wrong. But that is how I remember it. I haven't seen anything on it since, but I think I was on stream. Maybe they were joking, but I think it happened. I think it happened.
I hope so. That sounds hilarious.
Eric says you're worth at least $75. So
Hey,
maybe
now we're talking.
maybe there will be a bidding war. You know, there could be a bidding war. Yeah, Unhinged Entertainment being helpful and cool is saying there's a lot of great books in CG with so many. You can't back them all, but what ones you think you'll enjoy, back the ones you think you'll enjoy. If you can't back, sharing the links on social media is a huge help. But you said just like me, it is actually very true. If you're like, you know what, I would back this project, but I don't like have an unlimited budget, whatever. It helps us tremendously when we see our campaigns shared on Twitter, you know, liked on Twitter. If you have time and the energy to do that, doesn't matter if you don't have a big following, because half of the benefit is exposure. Like maybe someone else will back it. But another half is that when we see it, it makes us really happy. We're like, oh, cool, I'm on the right track. Somebody likes my project. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter who it is. We you know, the biggest creators, like we all, the biggest guys, littlest guys, the me in the middle somewhere, we all appreciate seeing people interact with our work and support our work tremendously. So you're putting fuel in the tank. You know, it's really a big help. All right. I think everybody should back Shotgun Samurai. I think everybody should share it and should bother you on Twitter. And I think people should have you on shows and help get the word out and get you more involved in Comicsgate. Another helpful comment from Eric Huffles. If you like Thomas Valiant, you should love Peregrine, Wings of the Falcon, which I finally figured out how to say, Peregrine. Reconstructing the superhero genre. That's an interesting project. It did very well. It was very well received. And it's a female superhero character. And I've been wanting to do that for a while. I just hadn't gotten around to doing something like a female superhero. They got it going, and people really like it. And it's made by some people that are very into the Comicsgate network and community, and they're very supportive of other people. Scott McCullough and also Piper and Optimus Prime, if those names mean anything to anybody. But they are good people, and they will be shipping that project. I've seen art on it, and I'm sure there'll be a sequel, and it could be an exciting new thing. We will finally have some Comicsgate-related superheroes coming out this year. Ultra Star by Patrick Parnell. There's going to be more stuff coming, so it should be an exciting year, and then we're just going to continue to grow and be successful past that point. And you'll see as you're getting into Comicsgate, like a lot of people are, I'm sure you found this already, Mr. Donkey Man, is that people want to support you. There aren't people attacking you or anything like that. Like, but people are, if you want to make comics, you're around a lot of other people that want to make comics.
Yeah, this is a fantastic community. I've been following Comicsgate for several years now. Okay. I've been through like all the roller coasters. I was following Ethan back. I was studying, drawing from his drawing. Wow.
Okay, even before he blew up
before he started doing Star Wars
stuff. Okay, pre-Star Wars. Yeah, that's from back in the day. Well, now you see when you're actually taking your book out to market, so to speak, and you're meeting people and discussing it, how how open everybody is to want to be helpful to you, and as much as we can possibly do. There's a lot of it we can't, no one's going to make your book for you, and you still have to be out there hustling and promoting your book, making contacts, friendships. But it's a great opportunity to be able to do it. And I've crowdfunded on my own. I did 2 books through Kickstarter before trying to do College of the Dead through Kickstarter, and then just having it not be successful enough to bother doing. And then I just didn't have any kind of this social network and this promotion and things like that. I did 2 small projects before that. And yeah, there's nothing like it. What we do with Comicsgate and Go.
Yeah, it blows my mind. Like, cause I tried to sell my floppies before, and the only way I can get people to buy it is if I just actually went up to them and said, "Hey, you want to buy it?" So it's like, so this is fantastic that
there's nothing like it. And it doesn't matter how as long as, this is why I just say be careful on your costs, and I tell everybody else be careful with your numbers, because there's no one who can tell you what the limit is of what you can do with your publishing. That is up to you. You just have to kind of start in there, get going, don't get murdered, don't get killed. As long as you don't get killed, you can come back even stronger the second time, and twice stronger the third time. And then, something goes crazy and doesn't work out, and then you come back with something else. It's up to you to decide like how successful you're going to be. It really is true. You just have to kind of be looking at what works, being honest with yourself, evolving as the process goes. Unhinged, thank you for doing that. Says he just shared Shotgun Samurai to his Twitter. Hopes to get you all the backers. Yep, I'm sure that'll. Hey, it helps. It's appreciated. Hammer Doom says, I can't wait until some up and comers in CG license a DC or Marvel hero, put it on IDG. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think you're going to see from the big guys that they're just not that interested in other people's characters, because, as Ethan explains, Dan Frege explains, they're so happy to be able to do their passion projects and to not have to draw Batman, even though there's $1 million campaign in Batman if somebody does that. But the expense of that is not the license. The expense of that is, Dan Frege doesn't want to give himself to doing something like that, I'm sure, rather than doing another issue of Black Flag. He wants his Black Flag project. He has another idea or 2 floating around. So, this is mostly passion projects. So you don't really see, you saw Richard Meyer is doing Expendables. I think that's going to be getting out soon, hopefully. That he did with Sylvester Stallone, which is its own kind of exciting licensed co-venture. But you don't see too much of that movie stuff and the licensed stuff, even though, of course, there's some that could do it. Yeah, that's a good point, Hammer of Doom. There are those guys are top tier, so they don't have to. Yeah, there may be somebody who's lower on the scale, like myself, that might look at it and say, like, well, if it costs $25,000 to get the license to do Batman or some limited Batman crowdfunded graphic novel, would I do something like that? I definitely would consider it seriously. I would.
Yeah, like a bunch of smaller guys can pool together and all pitch in for Superman or something.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
It could be, but we'll see. I mean, the possibilities are unlimited. We just have to keep making sure that we make stuff we're passionate about, continue to interact with backers, help other people coming up to, because there's a sincerity to it too, where people understand, like, we want to do our stuff, we want to be successful, make tons of money, and that's great. But we also want to help other people do it too, and give people a chance to do it. And you can't do it. It's just so hard to do everything on your own with crowdfunding. There's so much resistance. There's so much friction. There's so much, like, knowing a printer, having an audience who might be willing to back your book, having a chat that's like so disciplined. Like this chat, I have a great chat. I'm blessed to do that. But you've got people who are sharing other people's campaigns, and there's a whole system that we have so that everything gets a shot. Everyone just gets a shot. So at least with Comicsgate, if you agree with where we're coming from, where we just want to make books, not politics, we're not trying to change people's minds about social justice issues. We're just trying to make books. And occasionally we are shocked by things happening in cancel culture, and we talk about it. Beyond that, it's just gives everybody a shot to do something. Yeah, Frege wants to get out Gear Station. I heard him talking about Gear Station today. I'm really happy to see him be successful, and we all are. We really appreciate him. And I hadn't been on with him in a long time, and he did a stream earlier, and I got a hold of the link, and it was just so fun to go in there and hang out with Frege and the guys. And another guy who's really successful and kind of just started with Comicsgate is Graham Nolan. And how privileged are we to have Graham Nolan, who sold his first work to DC in the 80s. And I had him on my channel. He was telling me his first sale, because he kind of have a sensitivity to talk to Graham Nolan. And when you talking to him, you realize, like, this guy could write. I mean, he could, because the way he presents Alien Alamo, the way he was talking about Chanu, but when he was talking about Alien Alamo, is like, that's an interesting story, a father and son story. It's not like just a superhero fighting against the villain and, no relationships to speak of, but you could really see like there's writing there. And he was like, well, yeah, I sold my first art to DC. I wrote that first story. That was in the 80s. You didn't have a lot of writer artists in the 80s either. I mean, there's Frank Miller or John Byrne. Yes, there are exceptions, but like most of those tasks were broken up for whatever reason. The editor did this. Your friend is meowing at us again.
Oh, he's back.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Jerry Unbound commenting on my philosophy. Don't close the door behind you philosophy. You know what? I was surprised. I don't think it was maybe Narwhal who told me this. I didn't really understand, I think, till I was doing more live streams, how many of our supporters, how many of our backers are comics creators too. Either they're existing creators or they are aspiring creators. So it is a big part of our culture, to help other people have a come up. And it's great for all of us. When everybody succeeds, it's great for all of us. The other thing too is, even if you don't have a big social media following, whatever, everybody's kind of adding to the pie. It's not like splitting up the pie. It's adding to the pie, particularly if people that come in, once they kind of start to get the swing of things, they go ahead and they start to build their own YouTube channel. They build their own base, and it just kind of, it builds everything up for everybody else too. So it just keeps it going strong. Unhinged, we wish you good night. Thank you for all your contributions tonight.
Thank you so much.
Unhinged is going to get going. This is fun, and you wishing Donkey all success. Hail Comicsgate and hail my snowcap brother. I am a snowcap dedicated person. I do eat snowcaps excessively, sometimes on stream. Not lately on stream, but I have been thinking about that. Unhinged has a project as well, but Unhinged, here's the one thing with Unhinged, and this is a good example. Zaid Comics, Phil sent a super chat to Frege earlier. So he made a comment, but nobody does super chats as great as Phil does. I was going to screenshot it and I forgot to. In any event, he always says something cool, like Unhinged just said, relevant to the stream, but then he also will throw in his pitch for his book about Lost Pages. And I was like, that's actually the perfect example, because the thing of it is, we want to remember everybody's projects, but we kind of can't. So it's not necessary to send super chats. That's not what I'm saying. But try to, throw in whatever the name of your project is. And by the way, I also have a project, and the name of it is this. Is it Absolute Book? Thank you. All right. So everybody also check out Absolute Book 2 by Unhinged Entertainment. And I'll have to talk to Unhinged about getting him on the channel. Is there anything else we should know about Shotgun Samurai?
Shotgun Samurai. Well, let me think. What did we cover? So
we really covered. We covered everything quite well.
Yeah, very.
Do you have a shotgun? That's my last question.
No, I wish I did. That was, it's kind of a bit of a. I move around a lot right now, so it's kind of hard to.
You shouldn't probably run around with a shotgun while you're moving around.
Once I get more settled, definitely.
All right. You got to get your own shotgun. You should get a collection going.
Yeah, I should.
Why not? Why not? If the campaign's successful. You know what? Graham Nolan does a buy me a drink tier. You could do a buy me a shotgun tier.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how expensive shotguns are. I'm showing my naivete when it comes to buying shotguns. I will ask Billy Tucci, and he will know the answer to your question. He's great.
Ledesma kind of brings up a good point. I am
a little bit of positivity about snowcaps. Snowcaps are the patrician choice. I like snow caps. I actually put them in the refrigerator. They're even better. They're like a little crunchier and stuff like that. Buy a shotgun. Everybody buy shotguns legally, only legally. Luis, California.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Are you in California?
Yeah.
Eric Huffle says, that's why I put the creator and the book name in my links. Yeah, you do a better job than I do at that, to be honest, Eric. It can get very confusing for people that don't watch lots of CG streams to keep up which person did which stream. Yeah, it is good. Eric, it is a huge help. It's really appreciated. And it shows that even it's functional to have the name of the person's campaign and the link to the campaign, but it also shows what kind of a culture of caring that we have. Like we give a F, about each other's projects. We do actually care what happens to each other, that we want each other to succeed. And it's good when people in the chat understand and kind of see that, like, there is something special here. So if you're just on my stream once and, you've never seen it before, but you kind of see the communication in the chat and you see where people are kind of coming from, it's like, there is something here about this CG stuff. Let me find out a little bit more about it. And as you dig further into it, you'll see it's like, there's a lot of good. There's a lot of creativity. There's a lot of opportunity being created by everyone just supporting each other to make each other's books. Yeah, campaign. We got you, Eric. You did a good job. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up for the night. It was great to meet you, Mr. Donkey Madness. If you do come up with another name, I'll call you by that other name. But for now, it is Donkey Madness. Support Shogun Samurai. Let's share it on social media. Let's get the word out. If you guys have any recommendations for any streams, you can hit up Donkey Madness on Twitter. If you know anybody cool, get them in there. And let's get the word out. And when does this book ship, by the way? What's the plan to ship this?
Right now, I'm setting it like later, like
this
December.
Book, I will personally guarantee this book will ship no matter what.
Definitely
December
2021. Yeah, definitely by then.
If it doesn't ship by December 2021, I will help Donkey Madness to get it done. I will yell at his artist, which is him.
Ooh, yeah.
Right, so we're looking at a ship date of December 2021. That is a question that you want to have the answer to. Sorry, I put you on the spot.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's like I'm just planning to get it done sooner, but
it'll be done sooner. So December 2021, latest you're going to ship it.
Yeah,
during Christmas. But you do kind of have almost all the art done already. So
yeah, it's almost all done. That's why I waited to get like most of it done before I launch, because I don't want to people have to wait for too long.
Understood. All right, so this is a this year project. Let's get behind it. Let's share the word. Let's keep all of our shotguns pointed not at samurais but by samurais, and we'll have a great night. Much appreciated, chat. Thank you so much. Thanks, Eric, RC, Jay Lee, Mighty Joe. He's saying good night to you, Donkey.
Good night, April.
All right. Good night, everybody. Have a great night.
Yeah.
And I will see you again soon. If I don't see you, you guys know I will miss you.